Hello, Michael White here. This is 7th grade, Chapter 2, Lesson 5, Safety in the Science Laboratory. My Planet Diary. Oil refinery explosion. On March 23, 2005, an explosion at an oil refinery in Texas took the lives of 15 people and wounded at least 170 others. Sadly, experts agree that this accident could have been prevented had safety codes not been ignored. Investigators found old, worn equipment and noticed that several repairs had not been made. One positive thing that has come out of this accident is a safety video made by the U.S. Chemical Safety Board. The video is based on the refinery accident and includes safety information about how to prevent such an accident from ever occurring again. Why prepare for a laboratory investigation? After hiking for many hours, you reach the campsite. You rush to set up your tent. The tent is lopsided, but it's up, so you run off with your friends. Later that night, heavy rain falls. Water pours into the tent and soaks you. You look for a flashlight. Then you realize you forgot to pack one. If you had only prepared better, you would be dry and be able to see. Preparing for a lab. Just like for camping, you must prepare before you begin a laboratory investigation, or lab. Good preparation helps you stay safe when doing laboratory investigations. You should prepare for a lab before you do it. Read through any procedures carefully and make sure you understand all the directions. If anything is unclear, ask your teacher about it before you begin the lab. Investigations may include safety symbols like the ones you see in Figure 1. Safety symbols alert you to possible sources of accidents in the laboratory. Performing a lab. Whenever you do a science lab, your chief concern must be your safety and that of your classmates and your teacher. The most important safety rule is simple. Always follow your teacher's instructions and directions exactly. Never try anything on your own without asking your teacher first. Figure 2 shows a number of things that you can do to make your lab experience safe and successful. When performing a lab, keep your work area clean and organized. Label all containers so you do not use the wrong chemical accidentally. Also, do not rush through any of the steps. When you need to move around the room, move slowly and carefully so you do not trip or bump into another group's equipment. Finally, always show respect and courtesy to your teacher and classmates. End of lab procedures. There are important things you need to do at the end of every lab. When you have completed a lab, be sure to clean up your work area. Turn off and unplug any equipment and return it to its proper place. It is very important that you dispose of any waste materials properly. Some waste should not be thrown in the trash or poured down the drain. Follow your teacher's instructions about proper disposal. Finally, be sure to wash your hands thoroughly after working in the laboratory. Safety in the field. Some of your science investigations will be done in the field, or any area outside of science laboratory. Just as in the laboratory, good preparation helps you stay safe. For example, there can be many safety hazards outdoors. You can encounter severe weather, traffic, wild animals, or poisonous plants. Whenever you set out to work in the field, you should always tell an adult where you will be. Never carry out a field investigation alone. Use common sense to avoid any potentially dangerous situations. What should you do if an accident occurs? Although you may have prepared carefully, at some point an accident may occur. Would you know what to do? You should always start by telling an adult. When any accident occurs, no matter how minor, tell your teacher immediately. Then listen to your teacher's directions and carry them out quickly. Make sure you know the location and proper use of all the emergency equipment in your laboratory. Knowing safety and first aid procedures beforehand will prepare you to handle accidents properly. Figure 3 lists some emergency procedures.